Hello guys, so welcome to today's show. My name is CHUKS and you're on JFL TV, the home of football. So if today is the first time we see our program for you to bring you the latest Arsenal news update as they drop all over the world. So for now, I almost start with today's morning show. So after the match we played yesterday, I was watching ESPN where they analyze the Arsenal Crystal Palace game. So one thing where all of them agree, we can strike me. Now be the fact say Arsenal want to win everything. Now what them conclude. And it's thing very, very instructive because when you listen to people like William Saliba, after the match, I was hearing Saliba where they ask and say, how would the one win? He say preferably in go even prefer Champions League than even the Premier League. Saying they discuss with his teammates, get. But if they see the opportunity to win the Premier League, why not? They are not going to say no to that. And when you see how they pursue the Carabao Cup, they pursue the Premier League, we are first in Champions League, first in the Premier League, we are also now in the semi-finals of this Carabao Cup, where we left the Carabao Cup last season in the same semi-finals. You get so this time around, we don't make that same mistake again. So I think very, very happy. Say yes, the players understand. Say yes, we need to win something. Now, Moko address the match. You see the lineup wey Arteta put for this game first of all. We'll talk about the lineup because after the game, when you watch the full-time analysis show, some people call it criticize the players, talk many many things. Some say if to say this, if say the match now, maybe league we for draw. You get what really strike me. And if you watch that full-time analysis show, I keep saying it that we are not talking about substance like that game. Arteta made a lot of changes. Get we use our team B with the exceptions of a few players like Timber, like Saliba, like maybe Calafiori, wey normally if to say everybody dey complete, they supposed to dey for bench. You get. So Ben White is supposed to start maybe that place. The people like Mosquera and Nkapi, na dem go dey for the center of defence. People like Saliba go dey rest, Manchester Kelly go play that side. But that's why I say with the exception of those people, look at the midfield, you are seeing a certain Norgard coming in to pair with Merino and Eberechieze. That is the team B because against Brighton, you're going to be seeing Rice, Zubimendi, and Odegaard. Yeah. When you look at the starting berths, people for the front three, the same thing I applied there. How did those people fare? So at the end of the day, they dominated overwhelmingly. At some points, we dey see 80%, 20%, 80 for Arsenal. So when you look at everything in its entirety, you go give the players pass mark. Even though the goalkeeper, I think Benitez, about they call him the goalkeeper of Crystal Palace, became the star of the show. Yeah, because the guy made, as of the time I dey check am, like 4 saves in the game. You get. So at the end of the day, you go say the players dem try. No judge them like saying na the first team they play. Look at how they felt. Like Nogard, I was very, very happy with him because even before the match starts, for the pre-match analysis, I said it that this is a match Nogard used to use to show Arteta say, me self good, me self no small, me self good. You get let Arteta know. So that him go fit dey trust you. No be more say Zubimendi go dey play 90 minutes for games. Some kind time, 70 minutes. Bring out Zubimendi so that go bring a fresh Nogard. This is the captain of Brentford for crying out loud. For the EPL, you understand the EPL? Bah! So I no see reason why they no dey fit trust am to give am game time. You get. Even I was even expecting Wanderlei to even play that game. But for some reason, maybe the way Crystal Palace switch up the game for us for that second half, so we self we know I don't think we saw that coming because the way we take dominate the first half, everybody feel say that the second half na so e go be. But if you watch, Crystal Palace manager he made some changes after the first half to stop that thing wey Martinelli dey do for that because Martinelli dey leak that. Martinelli also is another thing I saw that yesterday. I never expected that Martinelli's display. If person dey do bad or dey play well and we dey criticize am, when he sef do good, make we still praise am so that the analysis go dey balance. Yesterday, Martinelli did very, very well. Whether na Omode him play against or whether na academy player him play against, so that does not negate the argument that he did very, very well. His deliveries were on point. They even get one cross wey him give Timber wey be say commentator was like, Timber, you have to score that. Timber miss am. Martinelli put in a lot of crosses and square plays. So he did fantastic. In fact, I go say he outwork Madueke. He did more than Madueke in that game. If not be that injury, we can like slow him down before that can come out am. So overall, I dey happy with the team. At least that really we get. Then that brings us to the penalty. Omo. I don't think say get anybody who watches penalty who go tell me say he had no beats. Like he have no beat faster than normal. Say fear no catch am. Say fear no enter him body. The fear of missing out in the semi-finals. I don't think there's anybody that can beat their chest. As long as say you watch am, that penalty, we go tell me say fear no enter him body. In fact, some people talk say they don't even feel watch am. They don't even watch am. You get. So me, I watch am and I was very, very see the way Arsenal players hold their body now, hold themselves. Fear, tension, everywhere. You get. And it go be very, very embarrassing. Say we dominated Crystal Palace the way we played them. At the end of the day, Crystal Palace can send us out, send us packing in the quarterfinals. Chai, you go to pay me. You get. So thank God we won the game. You get. Because when you look at the XG what we produced for that game, Baba, at some point it was like 3.60 something, which means normally we're supposed to do like 3 goals and almost 4 goals for that game. With what we generate. If you listen to Arteta's press conference, Arteta said with what we generated, with what we put out, the margins are supposed to be bigger. But at the end of the day, it don't really turn out the way we expected it to be. You get. So thank God say we win. After the match, I can't see when Madwiki, Bukayo Saka, I can't go meet Maguire. I don't know what they talk, but my man will say, guys, so now I want come out for quarter final. Saka just dey display, just dey explain, say, hey, wetin dey happen? I said, go meet the guy, go hug and say, man, are you disturb us, man? During the penalty, we see Arteta face. I know just be like person dey witch hunt. The Arteta just feel kind of scary, just dey smile, nothing, just dey as in. I just dey watch the guy, but thank God, say we win. And see the way Calafiori jump, they celebrate. I say, wow, you get. So now after the match, say Saliba and I give man of the match for the way the match take go. Then when they call to do the like match reactions after the game, so okay, Paris Zabalaga call the talk say, the way we they concede for last minutes, you get for some games now we don't play, say really makes sense. And sometimes we say we need to improve. For you to know, say every problem we as spectators identify and talk about, the players themselves know it. They are not stupid. They know these things. That's why they tell them say, if me I know it and you know it, they know it too. So you see Kepa, not just Kepa, Merino also said that same thing, that we need to learn how to curb it. When they say we, themselves follow, inclusive, them follow. So all of them will work hard. The only area of the match you say you go feel look say, okay, maybe not the sub side or the sad side with that, not the Martinelli issue. Although I think I don't talk, say did that serious, like I just knock. For the press conference after that scene and just knock someone really take I'm serious. Like I told you, the XG generated 3.63 compared to Crystal Palace's 0.97. In fact, for the first half, Crystal Palace had an XG of 0.06. One key day. One finish about that first half. They just did lucky. Say they escape. Now, Saliba, when they talk, say we are so happy to be in the semi-final. We have to learn the lesson from last season because we got to the semi-final last season, but we lost the 2 games. So this season, we want to win both games and go to the final again. I want to Saliba the top. Okay, so I really have to say yes. Instead of get that mindset. So Merino on Instagram, he called it semi-final. Here we go. So say Kepa na the hero, or Kepa self try. Saying cash the penalty, that penalty. I can't keep talking about that penalty. Fear you the cash me. Feel if we score, they go score. If we score, they go score. First 5, 6, 7. When camera just pan, both the Arsenal players so they don't select for the penalty. As I see my Skelly, my heart just caught. Because my mind be say, hey, Jesus. We can be say this guy don't go lose the penalty based on money B. You get. And I don't think we've put him in that kind of position before. So it's going to be like the first time he's playing penalty for Arsenal. High man. I would say no reach ND. You get. Now be my own happiness. No reach inside. Now also don't beat them. Everybody knows who they play Chelsea next. So now, when is this match going to take place? Chelsea versus Crystal Palace, Stamford Bridge, Wednesday, January 14th. Get. We will go Chelsea side, go play the first leg. Another two way call the suits maybe say for that first leg, I don't know whether they are where say Casado no will play in the suspended. Then the second leg they will come our own home, February 3rd. You get. So that's when I'm going to play at the Emirates Stadium. We'll see how the match will go. All right, so Moko use this opportunity to bring you a message from Billy to Nigeria.
Your favorite wine drink for your celebration in every occasion. Call your friends and family. Time to celebrate. Have a good time. Pura Sepa wine. Pura Sepa comes in different variants. There's I like the red wine. Pura Sepa wine. Relax and enjoy your life with Pura Sepa wine.
All right, so Pura Sepa wine is brought to you from Billy to Nigeria Limited. It's a Spanish wine. It's an alcoholic wine. So if you want to get their products for your events, or maybe you want to be one of their distributors, make you contact Mr. Julius on 08033 His number is at the bottom of the screen. For by now, I believe so now don't write the number down somewhere. Say, okay, if I need the level, man, I just contact them ASAP. At the same time, I could bring you a message from Mobile World Associates and Co. Limited, the into construction services, dredging, canalization, real estate, and shore protection works. They're also into mechanical and fabrication services and procurement services nationwide. So if you want to reach out to them, call them on +234 8064642234. They're located at number 7 Ekeniwo Road or Razi, opposite St. Stephen's Anglican Church, Port Harcourt. So if you're interested in any of their services, please do reach out to them. All right, so Moko reacts to the press conference where Arteta do. Now, on reaching the Carabao Cup semi-finals, Arteta said, I'm very happy we are in the semi-finals. It's where we want to be. I'm really happy considering the amount of changes that we made, the cohesion and the energy and the quality that the team showed against a team that is very, very well organized and concedes very few chances. We generated a lot, and the margin should have been much, much bigger. After 94 minutes, it wasn't. And when that happens, the other teams have the quality to hurt you in any set pieces, and we consider the goal. That was emotionally tough to accept after the way the game went. But I think we stayed calm, we showed great composure and quality in the penalty shootout, and I'm very happy as well for Kepa that at the end he made the last save and we are through. If to say we lose this game, it go affect the players' mentality going into the game against Brighton. You know for good. Thank God say we win. Now, on if he has concerns about the goals we consider, and say, yeah, well, the way we considered is something that you have to give credit to the opposition and the way they've done it. But I think today the margin would have been much bigger. So that even if we consider at the end of the day, not really mean it because, and that's the truth. If say first half 3-0, then second half maybe Palace can score one, it not really make it not mean anything. But now because we just score one, because score one, this is a everywhere can scatter. So now so in fact, at the time when they won one, you know how many people DM me, CHUKS, that's what want to win the league. Then Arsenal can never win the league like this. Wait see happen. Any small thing, people don't say that's what want to win the league. That's what want to win the league. Forget to say that team B be this. This is your B team for crying out loud. Your B team. How about? What could they take? I'm not saying yes. Don't tell what win the league last. But what could they calm down? What could they calm down? Just calm down. Now the message of yours, baby, calm down. I make a play them a music song. Now they calm down. All right. Away from that, so on the fine margins in our recent matches, they say that's what we want. I think we have to do what we have to do is to continue to generate the chances that we do and concede nothing. I think we considered only one shot, that one shot on target. That be the one we go it score. And do that and trust the players. They showed great composure and quality in the penalty shootouts. We had some very big open chances today to score goals, and we didn't. And that is the major issue. For me, I don't think that the players' fault. I believe say sometimes they happen like that. The keeper will be. In fact, for that full-time analysis show, one guy dropped comments. He said, "Him be football player. So what's happen for Arsenal? It dey happen to themselves whether they play ball. Sometimes una go dominate the opponent hands down. Baba, you go see post like this to score go be war. Keeper go just dey catch everything. You go be like say that day na keeper dey. Keeper, he go just dey catch nothing wey you go do that day wey you go enter. E go be like jazz. Nothing wey you go do. Say e dey happen. Some days are like that. That's why in everything you pray for luck. So those because you go create chances, but pray for luck. So those make keeper no just dey on a day. You get. This keeper now, not being the first choice goalkeeper, you go to ask yourself, with the way when they play against Arsenal, why not be first choice for Crystal Palace? That yesterday, God just do and say, now the day when go take shine. Maybe another club now from somewhere will come the eye and say, why this guy come there for bench for Crystal Palace? So yeah, come be our number one. Now this kind day, That be say video camera go there, now they go the video the guys go there, now they go to show agents say, see my player now, don't see what he do against us now. The guy good die. Weekend now the guy go the bench. See maybe next season when cup start again because there is nothing for him. So now so it just be. Now Mokusi continue with Arteta's press conference. Now on Gabriel Jesus' performance, he say, "I'm so happy. It was his 100th appearance today. I believe that explains the journey that he has. A lot of bumps in the road, but a player with an incredible resilience, fight, and the spirit that 11 months after he's able to perform in that manner that he did. So great to have him back." If you watch that full-time analysis show, a lot of people were complaining, say Gabriel Jesus they live in number 9 position. They go for the wing. Say wetin they find go there. That's a valid observation. That's a valid argument. Because the truth is, that is not his primary role. But because Gabriel Jesus is a false 9, because it's a false 9, so that thing don dey wired inside in subconscious. He go always dey go there. That's not where we want you to be. We want you to peg the because okay, if you leave your center forward role, come there. Who is now with the center forward? Who is helping you stay there? Who is pegging them back? Who is helping them do that hold up play in case of necessity? Nobody. So that's why people they complain. But me, I understand say na your own style with that. Look at in the world, how many center forwards they leave their center forward, come for midfield or come for flank, apart from Hurricane. Who has it done? A true 9. Alan has no business with that. Alan no even sabi dribble. Say, okay, catch you, back. He no get that time. Baba feed me, make a boss net. That's why since they play 4-1-4-1. The 4 behind him are doing the heavy lifting. Just deliver on the platter of gold and it's a goal. Then get belief, say, once you give Alan don't score. You get. Now that kind of thing will fight for one thing. That's why when Gyökeres they play, defenders know they fit come aside because he's keeping them busy. He's pegging them back. Gabriel Jesus cannot do that. It is not his style. So don't expect him to do that. Because I see a lot of people they like say what thing they do no make sense. Yes, I agree with you, it's a valid observation, but Jesus cannot do that because that is why he's called a false 9. He's not a number 9. Gabriel Jesus is a winger. You get, he's a winger. So don't expect him to ever do that. So that's just the way it is. But Gyökeres, obviously Gyökeres will do that. That's not why we brought you. You get, if Gabriel Jesus that pattern, Arteta really love him. Why Arteta can go sign Gyökeres? Don't forget, we already had Gabriel Jesus, we had Kai Havertz, we had Martinelli that can play number 9. We still have Trossard that can be transitioned into the number 9. We still have Merino that can play number 9. Yet we go bring Gyökeres. It tells you what we have is not sufficient. We need something better because people are saying if Arsenal have a number 9, they can win the league. That's why we go bring her. If all the ones so we get better, we're going to find another one who will come play. And we did not bring Gyökeres to come and stay on the bench. We brought him to be a starter. So now me, I just kill that argument because I saw it in the comment section. Yes, everybody castigates Gabriel Jesus. Now on Christian Nogard's impact, very well, he did very, very well. In fact, I'm not surprised that when we brought him and we had those discussions, he understood perfectly what his role was. He's someone that, just like a Paris Balaga, he does like everybody around the team, he makes them better. You get. And when you need him to play and perform, he does it. And that is why they talk say of yesterday, people don't really focus on Nogard. As I wanted people to like talk about him, shower him with so much encomium because this guy is doing very, very well for us. He's not a regular. Yet he can play center back. Now I don't play defensive midfield for us to deputize for Zubimendi so that Zubimendi will be fresh coming in against Brighton. You get. Now on Martinelli and Nkapi, he say, well, Martinelli own is just a more of a knock. You get. And he wasn't comfortable to carry on after the second half. Then they got to say for Piero Nkapi, say he picked up an injury against Everton. Maybe that shoulder injury. Nobody like say that's something severe. So I just get that feeling, say maybe by the time we'll go play Brighton, he'll go there available. Even if you don't come there available. Calafuri played that role. I say he don't play since Mama Bona. People don't even know that that's where he was playing for Bologna. China, where will buy that guy from? China Bologna. Don't even forget where we buy him from. Self. From a former club, I use former club. Now there in the play. You get, they play that center back. Even for the Italian national team, let's not in the play. Sometimes he go play left back. So that guy did good for either role. He go play perfectly. So the synergy between him with Saliba perfect because two of them go give you that agidi and they get height again and they are ball carrying center backs. See the way they wipe you. In fact, For me, for that penalty, I think Timber had the best. See that bombing. Boom! That Benitez no really see am. Funnily enough, before they start the penalty, based on the way the Benitez they cash all the whole shots wey they find, they cash everything. For my mind, I said we don't lose this penalty because if that guy fit dey cash everything like that, they make saves. Baba, wetin come be penalty wey no go cash? But Baba no see any penalty. You no see because I know say Arteta go dey prepare for the penalty. But if I was expecting to have read a portion of the press conference where they ask Arteta say, "Did you people prepare for this penalty ahead of time?" Because I want to have that feeling that they prepared for it. Because the way Arsenal players they play that penalty, they prepare for them. They do a lot of training on these penalties. Now, on managing the squad selection during the busy period, Arteta said, I see it as a privilege because of the attitude of the players. They make your job a joy. We had situations where we didn't have a choice, and up front, for many months, we had a situation, and now we have a situation in the back line. But it doesn't matter. We have situations like Christian Mosquera, like Kepa, like any player who is there constantly, whatever the role that they have on the day or in training, they fulfill it. Get so well, I don't talk too much there. But at the end of the day, Arteta is happy to say at least people on the day available with that mindset. So if he ask you to play a role, it will be your role, and you will play him. Now, on whether he felt more invested than usual tonight, he said yes, obviously. I wanted a bigger margin because I know there's a team that doesn't need much. In one or two passes, they can attack you in the box and hurt you. And we discussed that as well, which means Arteta tell the players, we say generate a lot of chances and bury them because Crystal Palace just need one chance to bust your bubble, you get. And that's what it take happen, but we not bury our chances. Kudos to Crystal Palace's goalkeeper Benitez. Now, you got to say, because I wanted to keep everybody on their toes and alive and understand the importance of the game. And the margins are very, very small when you want to win trophies until we have to pay attention to every detail. Now, on what narrow win do for our team morale? So I think I say you have to win in different situations and contexts. We had two very difficult games. We managed to beat them. Again, the margins should have been bigger, and that's something that we have to improve and be better at. But as well, credit to the boys. Again, yes, we would prefer to have a bigger margin, but sometimes all these things are not in your control. The goalkeeper can be on his day. Just be like Raya, some kind of games, Raya go dey make some kind of mad saves. Say our opposition go say, ah God, how we never fit score like this? Look at Aston Villa game. You know how many chances Oli Watkins miss? Before you come score that late win away Emiliano Buendia score they take beat us. Baba, first half for that game was supposed to do like maybe like 2-0 down for that game. How many saves Raya pull? So that's why they be. As your keeper said, they pull those saves. Sometimes opposition keeper said go pull out and make you know where they fall, what they say, what they worry, say, oh, the players don't do it. It happen. You get it happens on so on this goalkeeper will be like last season, I bust your bubble. Last season against PSG for championship. You know what Donnarumma do us? What did PSG play? What did PSG play? Don't be Donnarumma single-handedly carry PSG enter the next round. She not the Odegaard shot. She not the Martinelli. She not the which I want count, which I want leave for that game. For their own park, the Princes. So I'm not talking about Emirates Stadium. Oh. We go there and play defensive. You know why? Donnarumma. But at the end of the day, they end up going to win the competition. So that kind of thing, if you come to look back in time, they remember that game. Now Donnarumma go just see. Because that guy single-handedly stopped us from winning. For you to know say it happen. All right, small just come for that matter. So, like I told you, we are first in the Premier League, first in Champions League, first in semi-final, Carabao Cup. Then Arsenal, they're going to ask, will Arsenal end the season with silverware? I honestly think so. Like, I honestly think so. So now Arsenal going to say for the first time in a long while, because Arteta has 3 strikers at his disposal to choose from. For the first time in a long while. See this guy. This guy for January, I believe say big clubs go final. The guy perform. The guy perform like lion. I be cheetah. When they fly up and the guy perform. Now, with Saliba, when they talk about Julian Timber, when they ask and say, how do they feel about Timber? Say there is this narrative that Timber is the best right back in the league. They say, yes, for me, by a mile. Hey, say the gap Timber they give other people. Go far, love far gone. You get even kept after the game. Carlos says Saliba is a top player, is a monster. He's a monster. Now I even watched this particular press conference. Saliba actually apologized for his mistake in that game. You get towards the end, they concede and all that, the rough tackle. Even Ian Wright said the para for him. You get so Saliba just apologized, say okay, he didn't do mistake. Yeah, nobody's above mistakes. He agree. Say he do mistake. So more leave the matter. Now, that match Gabriel Jesus play, everybody knows say that is Gabriel Jesus 100th Arsenal appearance. Yes, so you don't mark am. Yes, so are they very, very happy for that? Now, TNT Sports come let us know say Semenyo don choose Man City. He favours a move to Man City over Manchester United. Fabrizio Romano sef say Man City and Bournemouth will be in direct contact this week for Antoine Semenyo. So the money, the clause, dey available until January 10. We all know that. Man City will approach Bournemouth to discuss potential different deal structure and payment terms. Whether dem sef wan run instrumental payments, I no really know. Man City are set to get all formal steps done for Antoine Semenyo deal in the next days because they no wan hear say January 10 come, dem no come fit sign the player. Now, Manchester United have been informed officially by the players camp say the player don choose Man City. Last Chelsea come withdraw for the race because Chelsea feel say dem get sufficient players, so there's no need for them to come dey say dem wan come go dey buy the ball because people dey wan say we thought the whole wingers wey una pack full body, wetin dem wan use this one do again? So dem say dem no really need am jare, just go ask how far. So even Onstein say Semenyo preference is to join City in January, nothing formal until the market officially opens January 1. You get so more just to watch. Now this other picture sef wey dey trend for social media back in 2018. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer advised Manchester United to sign Erling Haaland and they ignored him. Today, Haaland is a beast. Just like Rio Ferdinand said, they talk say back in the day, he advised Manchester United to sign Declan Rice and they ignored him. And today, they are regretting. You get so na normal level. Now, as another Crystal Palace, okay, we've talked about that sufficiently, so no need to go and be overhit it. So Merino said, that's into what I tell you, say, Kepa the complaint. Merino say, we cannot make all this type of schoolboy errors. So even in Arra itself, they label that Saliba tackle as a terrible tackle. So first off, Mikel Merino is critical of Arsenal foul that led to the Crystal Palace equalizer. You get. So speaking after the game, Merino was telling Sky Sports that the team must be more composed later in the match, which appeared to be a slight dig at William Saliba for the rash challenge. He said, more complicated than it should be. It was an amazing first half with many chances. I think the team deserves to win comfortably today, but this is football and why everybody loves it. We went to penalties, but a win is a win, and we are in the semi-finals. Also, he said, I'm so pleased for Kepa. He deserves it. He's a very good guy, a hard worker, gives his best, supports everyone. He's a really nice guy, so I'm very, very happy for him. He saves the decisive penalty and feels part of the team. Everyone in this team has their time and plays a role, and today we are seeing that. Of course, it's frustrating to go to penalties. This is the highest level, and if you keep missing chances, they will have their chance. We have to learn from mistakes. Obviously, we want to score. Maybe it's having more focus, but to be fair, at the end of the game, we cannot consider free kick or throw-ins. We have to be much more composed and be a mature team. So at the end of the day, they go make improvements from all this. In fact, it's a learning curve. So they will learn from all these mistakes. Now doing miss FID. So that being said, my dear Arsenal lovers, the biggest news of the day. Now very fast say ESPN they let us know say Arsenal won't win every trophy the way then they go. And who says no? Like who says we cannot do it? We can. You get. So with that being said, I think it's a fine place for us to call this show and it's like come your way later in the evening to give the evening to learn. Thanks for tuning in. Enjoy the rest of your day. Now get mouse. All right, guys. Ciao.